Yeah, even if you stand like over there, or if anyone asks a question, it'll record you too. So if you say something over there, then it'll record you.
Hello, I don't know, I feel, scared.
See there?
I think it moved too, I think it thing like.
It's scary. We're.
Oh, we got handouts, oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't it, but I love it. You know what? It's so much fast. Oh. I was like, right, that's what I thought. Yeah, mine. Thank you, and then you just asked a lot of
Anything anybody wanna talk about before we get started? Well, me, you just talk for a long time.
This one.
I'm
He's so sad. There's no way. I'll respect it.
Yeah, that's, documentation. Go over, they're like,
It's bad. I just messing with them because his name is the same as my dad, my husband's name.
David, your husband is David Fisher?
That's
No,
good.
not Fisher.
Oh,
David.
David, okay.
No, Jose.
Yeah, so, anybody wanna, before 1 o'clock is here, is there anything that you wanna kind of spitball? Better question, what do you plan on, what would you like to leave here today, knowing that you didn't know you can't get paid? Anything, or if the bar is that low, then this is gonna be real easy.
Well, I guess maybe.
We want to know all of it.
One of the problems I have is follow-up.
Okay,
And so a lot of the leads I get are at the top of the funnel,
yes,
and between the translation to that and the bottom.
Okay. how to get them from there to there to there.
Follow-up and both.
Yeah. Yeah, they are different skill sets, and we are gonna obviously talk about what that means, top of the funnel, middle, and ways to move them from top to middle to actual client. And different, because you have to treat them differently, right? Anybody have anything else today they plan on, or they like to leave here knowing that you didn't know when you walked in?
Action plans, and just some action steps to build your funnel, to get that out the funnel.
Okay, okay,
Outline.
Yeah.
Like, build the funnel, get them out of the funnel.
so we're gonna talk a little bit about, oh wait, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying.
All right, when we're talking about. All
Thank you.
right,
So,
well,
can I just,
Yeah.
question that you asked, and I don't know, if that's outside the scope of what you're doing here today,
Mhm.
but one thing that I've been trying to figure out more about is public record information, like foreclosure stuff, that,
that is a little bit out of scope.
Okay.
So, but it's a part of it though. It's just a different kind of funnel, but it's all the same. And it's the same no matter what you talk about. When you go shopping at Home Depot, if you go on their website and just kind of look at drywall, you're at the top of their funnel. And if you're thinking about foreclosures, you want to get somebody who's, just behind on their payments is top of funnel, and then figure out how to get them down to the point they have to make a decision to work with you to help them with their situation. I'd argue that foreclosures probably at best start at the middle of a funnel because they already have a motivation. Now, every sales funnel is different, and I'm just gonna go over mine and with the definitions of my sales funnel. This is not a concrete or written in stone or in the Webster's dictionary definition of sales funnel. I just want to tell you guys how I do it and what I do that I found successful in my business. First, Phil knows whenever I do anything, I like to start with small saying, and just get you guys' thoughts on it, just to set the tone. Or a quote, rather. This one came from, I think Atomic Habits was the book. And the quote is, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." You probably heard it here before, I'm sure. But I think this is a perfect example of what this is. You can't just wake up and say, I want to sell $10 million in real estate. You will fall to, I mean, well, you can, but getting there, right? I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to break it to you. You will fall to the level of your systems. If you don't have a system in place to generate those kind of leads and move them through the process, you will never be able to get to that kind of production. So, and does anybody have any thoughts or anything they want to add to that quote?
I mean, I live it in the sense that I totally agree with you, because one of the things, like when I was asked when I interviewed here, the thing that I was looking most for was to establish systems for myself, automate things, to get systems in place so that everything, like when I get a listing lead, when I get a lead, like I'm not struggling with what's my next step, like all of those systems are in place so I can push it right through the system that I have.
I'm a big believer in just like going for it. Like I'll just go through it and fumble it and it just not go great. But that allows me to set the system up afterward, because you don't really know what you need until it doesn't work. So I would say don't spend too much time putting this, what'll happen is, hey man, you'll spend all this time building the systems, and then you'll actually get into production and realize, oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, this doesn't work. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
But you do have to have systems in place to have scalable growth and to have actual business. They didn't want to give me staples. Or maybe I was supposed to staple them myself, I'm not sure. So first thing we're going to talk about is what this means, top of funnel. For me, it's the awareness and interest stage. People you do not know, these are people you do not know, and they may or may not have expressed an interest in transacting real estate in the near future. An example of what this looks like. People you meet from social media posts that you meet from farming. So you make a social media post, hey, free CMAs. The people you see, they're top of funnel people. They're likely not looking to make a decision today. This is just you grabbing them for your funnel. Farming. You send out a mailer. Again, free CMAs. Contact me by tomorrow at noon and you can get a free CMA. They're probably top of funnel. These 1,000 people you sent a postcard to, they may or may not know you. They may or may not be looking to transact. Circle prospecting, same thing. You just call in a certain neighborhood and door knocking. So in my business, these people convert to at about 101. If I send a postcard with a call to action every single month for 6 to 8 months to 1,000 people, I know that I'm gonna get about 10 people to react and engage. I might not get 10 listings, but I'm gonna get 10 people to engage with me, right? And you have to always keep these metrics in mind, because this is how you build a business. Like you said, if you have these systems in place and you know, okay, I'm gonna send these mailers out, or I'm gonna call these many people in the circle prospect, or whatever that looks like, you can then start to build your business. If you know, okay, I need to get 100, if I need to get 20 people to react in order to get 5 listings, well, I need to start mailing out to 2,000 people every single month, right? Because this is how I'm building my top of funnel. You move down to the middle of the funnel. We go over there. I will complain, but I don't think y'all came here to hear me complain. Middle of funnel. This is like the decision stage. I had to add that because they may again go back to just sending mailers. A lot of people may not know what Keller Williams is, they may not know us, they may not know Century 21, they may not know EXP or any of it. This is just like jazz music in the background. When you get to the middle of the funnel, they have an awareness. They're starting to pay attention. If you've been communicating with them through top of funnel, they may already know of you or your brand. They have expressed immediate interest in either your brand, like they've reached out to you, or they've reached out to a third party vendor, a Zillow or whatever name, the realtor.com, whatever. They've started making these kind of moves. A good example of middle funnel people can be a for sale by owner. They may not already be, some for sale by owners, if you've called them, they may not really be bottom of the funnel yet. They're just kind of thinking of selling. They're just throwing the house out there to see what happens. You've got open house guest. I just seen your sign and I stopped by and I thought I'm kind of thinking about buying a house. This is the most impactful place to catch them, because if you don't catch them by middle of the funnel, you probably won't have them at the bottom of the funnel. So online leads, your Zillow, your realtor.coms, those are middle of the funnel people. They are pretty much ready to make a decision on how they want to move forward. So if you're running Google ads, if you're running Facebook ads, this is how you can get people that are middle of the funnel. These leads can cost more, be a little bit more energy to grab, but this is where you want to spend a lot of your time. I don't want to see you spend too much time at top of funnel because of the low conversion rate. You know, you're talking 100 to 1, where middle of the funnel is about 15 to 1. If I can have for my business, if I have 15 Google ad leads come in, I know I'm going to convert one of them, maybe a little more. So depending on the lead source, open house is a great example. If I talk to about, it's about closer to 20 now, but if I talk to about 20 people through open houses, I'm going to work with one of them. Whether they're a seller or they're a buyer, I know I'm gonna convert them. So I like to work in that middle of the funnel because the numbers are a little bit more, they're a little easier to manage. It's easy to get 20 people through an open house. The only way to work top of funnel effectively is have big marketing campaigns or big budgets to stay in front of a lot of people. If you're Mark Z, you can spend $8,000 a month on billboards to kind of get top of the funnel. But for me, it's just not cost effective where I'm at. Bottom of the funnel. This is your referrals. And referrals can be, depending on the referral, they can be middle of the funnel too. They ready to sign. They're like, okay, I did a research, I did a homework, I know my home's value, and they have a motivation. They have, my kids graduated and I don't need the space. I slipped in my driveway when it snowed last week. I'm moving to Florida. They have a clear-cut motivation. They have a clear motivation as to why they're doing what they're about to do. Bottom of the funnel, 2 to 1. Depending on your skill set, they're 2 to 1. If you can catch 2 people that are ready to make a decision, you should get at least one of them. And that can vary from referrals, expired listings. I believe expires are the one true bottom of the funnel source that you can pay for and just call, and they don't know you at all because they've already illustrated some sort of motivation because they signed a contract. They are open to hiring an agent because they hired one, and they're ready to go on the market because they just came off of the market. You just need to figure out why it didn't sell. So expireds, referrals, contacted for sale by owners, people you've talked to and you've got their motivation, you know that they're serious. That can be a bottom of the funnel, bottom of the funnel as well. So that's just an idea of what a funnel looks like. If I had better handwriting, I would kind of draw something, but I'm not going to do that to you guys today. You want to think of it as a big funnel and it comes down. There's the world, there's the neighborhood you're farming, and then there's the people who are actually thinking of moving in the next 3 months. They're in the middle. How do I get in touch with them? And then there's the bottom, people who are like, okay, I'm ready to come to the office and meet with you today, Phil. That's a sales funnel. So page number 2. This is my lead generation plan. I'm gonna kind of step by step with you. I've had a few thoughts about how to run this class. I want to do it as a workshop. So I want to kind of talk to you and get your ideas back and forth. This is not super specific. Some of it is, but some of it's not. And I want you to be able to put your own touch on it. For example, for me, a client priority plan, this is anybody who has used me to buy, sell, or even refer me homes. They get put on this list. They get the most ongoing service from me. They get 3 calls per year, 1 every quarter. a monthly did you know email. It's common home maintenance tips from things I see on inspection reports. So if I'm at a home inspection and he's like, man, you know, if they would have just re-caulked these windows, they'd last 10 years longer. Bam, that's going out next year. Take a little note and I save it for my next year my email campaign. I set these up now. I set them up in December to go out January, February, all one a month throughout the whole year. It's a system that's set it and forget it. It's exactly what you're looking for. You set these emails up to go out so you never have to pay attention to this again. It just goes out. And between this and my holiday pop-ups, those are the two things people always talk about. I cannot tell you what else works and doesn't work on the list. I just know I do it all and I get great results. But the people reply to the emails and say, oh, I'm happy you just emailed me. My cousin's looking for a house. Or they see the email and they respond and say, you know what? I have been thinking about selling my house. I get response from these emails all the time. It's easy, low cost way to stay in front of your database. Now, give me a couple ideas. So I do home maintenance tips. Give me something else you could email once a month that you could set up this month and email about all year.
Newsletter.
What's that?
Newsletter.
Newsletter. Easy. I love that because what you're doing is you're setting up something professional and something that they're going to, depending on your content, they're going to look forward to seeing it every single month. And you can set it up now and it'll be done.
Market trend.
Market trend. See, I stay away from doing the market trend reports now because I don't know what that's going to look like in 6 months. You know, imagine 2020 when COVID happened. You know, something happens and you don't really know how that could, or interest rates went up, or interest rates could only go down. There's so many things we can't control. I do a monthly email video that I have to do every single month for those kind of market. I just get on front of the camera and I say, hey camera, hey guys, this is what I'm seeing in the market. Days on market is doing this and that. And I just do that once a month. But I can't set it and forget it because I don't want to set it up for the year. And October, I'm talking about home prices are up and the home prices are down 20%.
Where do you put those videos? Do you send those videos out or you just put them out?
I send them out. I send them out through email. I use BombBomb now.
What is it?
BombBomb. It's BOMB. I don't know if I'm supposed to say Keller Williams stuff, but it's
We heard nothing but my mom.
there you go.
Don't ever say that in an airport though.
You ain't get on that plane. So it allows you to embed the video into in the email, and it looks really good. It's very
Is
clean
that
cut.
editable right there too?
Yep, you edit it. They even have it where you can set up the caption to where when you're talking, the words pop up.
Yeah.
All that.
Is it?
It's like $30 a month.
Thank you. You know I was gonna.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe 35. I don't know. It's not too expensive.
What is your ROI on that you see?
So I can't say any one thing on the plan in itself. For every 15, about every 16 people, I get a deal, whether it's them or a referral. So I can count on from my database about 28 deals a year.
Okay.
And I've got a little under like 200 people, but I know
That's good.
I get great return because I stay top of mind.
Yeah.
I stole this from Bold one year, and Bold is a class. It doesn't matter.
Got it.
But
Hello, William Bowl. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just had, he had to repeat it because he's got an accent.
yeah, thank you. I don't enunciate clearly as a big problem. But when I say toothpaste, what do you think of?
Press.
Anybody else?
Colgate.
Boom. Every time. You have to figure out how to be the Crest and Colgate. You've heard me say it before. How to be the
toothpaste.
See?
I honestly thought.
See, I don't enunciate clearly. It's not the accent. So when I say toothpaste, you say Colgate, you say Crest, and that's always the response I get. And I tell every realtor, you have to figure out how to be the Crest and Colgate to your database.
Mhm.
If somebody walks up to somebody in your database and say real estate, your name should be the first thing that pops in their mind. So I can't tell you what of this works the best. I just know I do all of it and I get great
That's
results.
it. It's the consistency and the constant.
Yeah, and it's doing it different.
36 Touches.
36.
Gotta be more than 2.
It's got it, yeah, exactly. So I do the monthly, we've talked about a newsletter, home maintenance tips. Is there anything else you could put together this month to send out every single month next year to touch everybody at least one time through email?
What's ear?
That is everything about real estate. So that's I don't do the market trends anymore. Last year I started doing everything about real estate. So I might say 1 month might be title. Most people don't know what title work is. What is title work and what does it mean to you as a buyer? What does it mean to you as a seller? I do a short 40 second to minute video about the basics of that. And at the end, I always end, if you have any more questions about this or anything in real estate, please feel free to contact me. I would love to be of service. Well, every single one. And I do that once a month as well.
Got one, safety. Like,
Safety, yep. How to prevent yourself from being, if you're looking to rent or lease or buy and sell, how to prevent yourself from getting scammed. Customer fraud. There's a lot of fraud scam going on. There's a lot of, I posted a property I sold listed in Detroit. We hopefully close next week. I got at least a dozen calls the first day saying that they seen it on Facebook Marketplace for lease. It's not for lease. I don't know who's out there advertised. They stole the pictures from Zillow and put it on Facebook Marketplace and said this property is for lease for $1,000 a month.
So this is what Nicole sent the video about too. Like,
I didn't even see it.
oh, she sent a video like warning everyone, like some people are getting into empty houses, leasing them, you know.
Yeah.
The key, getting
Yeah.
the key, busting
I mean-
in, taking the locks and
Interesting.
saying that they, yeah.
How would they do it?
That's what I had to figure out, like, how are they doing it? So they could just break in,
Yeah.
no one knows what's in there, no activity, and just change the locks and say, here's the key.
And if you get 4 people to give you security deposits, you've made a great deal of money for your robbery. But it goes back to safety.
First month rent and security deposit.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Yep.
People sometimes do not, realtors, when they show a house, they don't scramble the lot. They go outside, they'll
Yeah,
open
it's
up,
safe.
leave the code, so somebody can just walk up after you went in,
And
look
open
at
it.
the code, so later they come back and open it up. And take the
That's
key.
I always make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those emails go out once a month like clockwork. You're gonna get email from me on the 1st, you're gonna get an email on the 15th, and you're gonna talk to me. Hopefully none of my clients ever become realtors and hear this, but you're gonna talk to me 3 times a year. They don't realize, they think I just call to check in. I don't say anything about real estate.
Right.
Hey, Phil, man, what's going on with the kids? And I take great notes in my CRM.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a note from last time. I'm bringing it back up. Man, you told me you was going to Cancun. How did that go for you and the family? Oh, it went great. Thanks for asking. Yep. Yeah, how's work? Oh, work is good. How about you? I try and stay busy, man. Trying to find somebody to help sell a house. You know anybody? Oh, no, not right now. Okay, well, if you do, just let me know. And that's the conversation. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, and it's a lot easier than calling anybody else because they're receptive to talk to you.
Yeah.
And the referrals are a lot better because they know you already.
So just think back in the day, I don't know how long you've been in real estate.
10 years.
We have the time machine, you're going back 10 years.
Okay.
You're calling me, we've been friends for 5, 6 years, but I don't call you. We say things on Facebook every once in a while. We see each other. Maybe at an event, you and I are gonna definitely sit together because we know each other,
Right.
but that's it.
Okay. Then,
You're calling me because now.
and I'm new.
You're new. You got my announcement letter. I got your announcement letter
Okay.
saying now you're in real estate.
Oh, this is good.
And you messaged me on Facebook and said, did you get my announcement? I said, oh my gosh, yes, congratulations. Okay, I'm gonna send a newsletter to you every month and it's gonna be XYZ. Are you good with that? With the best email? Oh, good, yeah, here.
Huh.
And then boom, that's
Yeah.
it.
So the first call would be, hey, hey, Ms. Bovett. I don't know. Well, I usually do with my clients.
Whatever you want, it's Cheryl's fine.
Hey, okay, yeah, we're personal friends. If I didn't meet you in real estate, I'm like Cheryl. Okay.
I've known you.
Yeah, okay, all right. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, I was just calling to check in with you. How's the family? How's everything going for you this winter?
Yeah, okay, I laid off, but everything's good.
Oh, I hate to hear this. I mean, what happened?
Oh, they were downsizing, you know, with the strikes and all that, you know. But I just got a new job. I'm working on Tuesday.
One thing about the Cheryl, you always going up on top. So, well, you guys got any plans for the holidays? Anything you want special for Christmas or New Year?
No, that bum kid of mine, I can't get on their calendar.
I get it. Hey, and look, sometimes maybe it's better to just be able to do your own thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I really didn't want too much. I just thought about you, so I'd call and check in with you and make sure you were happy, healthy, and safe.
Okay, I got all your information, I got your real estate stuff.
Okay, and if you know anybody needs any help, I would appreciate the referral, you know, we're doing really good right now, but another client wouldn't hurt.
You got it.
Oh, that's a
I
good.
thought
You got that.
Yeah, we always do good, always doing good. So you're doing good, you just started, so you got closings, you got clients?
Oh, yeah, I haven't took off, hit the ground running, it's going really well for me, I'm so grateful I made a decision, I just wish I would have done it sooner.
Well, where's your territory?
Well, I'm all Southeast Michigan.
Yeah.
And so you asking me, I do, most of my business is like Southfield, Farms and Hills. I have a lot of past clients in Southfield and the office is in Novi. So anywhere between there, I am great.
So I'm over here in Milford, so you're not gonna service that area?
No, I can help you. One thing about having a real estate license, I'm licensed to help anybody in Michigan. And if I can sell a house in Novi, I can sell a house in Milford.
But you know the area,
Oh, sure, I can do market research and find out everything there is to know within an hour.
but you don't know the area.
Oh. I would let this go with this.
I thought you were gonna do front.
You know what, Sarah, I'll never take it.
Another people, these are another people, this is what they tell you. You're not.
And then I would chime in and say, I have partners and we have referral bases.
That's why, I wasn't gonna say referral base, I was gonna say, you know, anything I don't know about the area, our office sells more real estate in this part of Michigan than any other office. If I don't know anything, if there's anything I don't know, all I have to do is make a phone call, and I can find out more information than any other agent in the area.
Like when you talk about knowing the area, like what exactly is a buyer or like looking at, looking?
See, whatever, you know, the sales price, like a sales price in one area is totally different than another area. And is it like a hot area that people are looking for? Is it a desirable area or is it like some areas that are not?
The truth is, I'm sorry, the truth is though, I can find that out if Realtap or service, I can find that out in 10 minutes, like I can find it. Yeah, like
They don't know.
it really did, right, so it's just planting that seed with them,
Yeah.
you know, and if I know who I'm calling, I'm probably gonna cater to,
Yeah.
you know, if I know you live in Milford, I'm probably gonna mention, oh, yeah, I do Milford, and I do whatever city you live in, oh, yeah.
Like I guess the name of name there, are you frequent with Milford, you go to,
What I was
where
gonna
you go
say,
eat at there, like, you know,
Right.
people in the area, like,
Yeah.
that's what I guess they would wanna know.
what I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you get that, you can say, well, there's a process that appraisers use to appraise a house in pretty much any area. I use that similar process. So an appraiser could do it, then I can do the same thing, an appraiser could as far as any of that.
Since I wasn't a person.
That would work, I would probably market that too. So.
Go ahead, sorry.
She gave you a window in when she said she got laid off,
Mhm.
gave you a chance to establish a even larger connection or relationship.
Mhm.
Because you can ask her, you know, what's line of work.
Yeah,
I-
well, I was assuming I knew. It's hard with role play because if I know you, then I might have known what
No,
you
you're
did.
right, yeah, so
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
if,
because you
like,
might be looking for a job.
it's like, you know, I've known Patricia for how many years?
Well,
When did you find out I was a recruiter?
today.
Okay, well, obviously it depends on how you know the person and if you know this information about them,
But
right?
it's so funny that you just, certain things are just, yeah,
You know that you don't know, you know somebody over a decade and you didn't, you know,
Right,
but.
yeah.
she just didn't pay attention.
We were talking about so much other stuff.
I know, right?
And that was never top of the conversation.
It never.
So. The next thing I do, and I use AM cards. There's tons of services to send out postcards. Again, this is a system I use. I set it and I forget it. Cause I'm not sending out a postcard for everybody's birthday.
Which one do you use?
AM cards,
AM.
amcards.com. It's $39 a month, I think, and they give you so many credits to send out so many postcards. And I
So
put,
like the AM, PM, AM.
Yep.
card.
I don't know, I sold you a house, you get a home anniversary. Happy, you know, Halloween or some cool whatever. You're gonna get 4 cards from me. You're gonna get the 2 birthday, home anniversary. I'll set up 2 seasonal cards. So I hit everybody who I don't have all that information for. Holiday cookie drop off, which I'm in the middle of doing now. It's the most,
Wonderful time of the year.
oh man, I had to go and see 200 something people and drop off, half a dozen cookies. But this is what I talked about earlier. The emails and this is what people talk about. I just closed the house in Southfield for a client's son, or he's the client now too. But the first thing he said when he's done signing is, when do I get my cookies? Like I swear, he said, when they're chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin, but they're homemade. A lady I've known for some years makes them, and I've been doing this for 5, maybe 6 years now. And if I, by the middle of December, if I haven't seen people start texting and calling, like, did you forget about me? That's how much they look for. They know it's coming, like clockwork. And ironically, I always have a great January or February. Always have people just fall out of the woodwork, but it's because I've touched and I've went by to personally, drop these cookies off. So a holiday pop-up. I lied. I mean, I tried. I didn't lie. My intention is to start mid-November. I never start south of Thanksgiving. I always think I am, and then it doesn't work out like that.
He's teaching us to do it right.
Yeah, you do it right. And the thought is, if I can get to you right before Thanksgiving,
Right.
you're good. You have this cool 10, you have this calendar, you have this stuff that's going to be right top of mind as you go through the holidays and see other family and friends. And if real estate comes up, you're going to think of me.
Okay, my question is, like you said cookies, but you just said a bunch of other stuff.
So it with the holiday cookies comes with, she makes the cookies, I buy 10s. I'm gonna go through the whole thought process.
Well, yeah.
The 10s are more expensive. I used to use the cardboard boxes, but if you're not home, I leave them on your door. And I've had people call and say,
Get right.
no, squirrel came and ripped it, there's cookies everywhere. 2 people called, they just don't bring them anymore because it makes this mess on my front porch. So then I went and bought the 10s. With that, I give a tin can, like I get them from Family Dollar.
Yeah.
I think a case is like $120 or something like that. I don't know. And I get like 3 or 4 cases. Yeah. So you got, and I do the next year's magnet with a calendar. 2024 has got my name, my number, and a calendar for next year. And you slap it on your fridge. And a lot of listings I go into, there was one in Southfield, a lady sold, and she had my calendar on the refrigerator. She didn't list with me, and it broke my heart. But other than that, everybody who gets the calendar always lists with me. I don't know why she didn't, but you're gonna lose one.
Did you, like, it was probably the squirrel cookie thing?
Probably. She was like, you know what? You're gonna make a mess of my porch. Yeah.
You need to complete it up.
Get a birthday text message from the Fisher group, and this year we're sending out a happy holiday text message on Christmas Eve. I forget how many touches it is, but it's 36 or more. And we do a client appreciation event. I skipped over that.
What kind do you do?
I rent out a pavilion in Southfield, and I have somebody cater food, and I may have ice cream and have everybody come and just eat. And
At what point did you do that in your business?
The
Like,
client
obviously,
appreciation
you
event.
just started
So,
today.
You don't have to start all of it today.
Right.
That's why I started with the phone calls and the emails.
Yeah.
And I would be as bold as say you have to do the holiday drop-offs as well, because
If I have nobody I close with yet, who am I doing the holiday drop off with?
Patricia, the people you've known for 12 years. If you've known somebody for a while, the people you send your newsletter to, the people you've hit on Facebook, the only thing is you need to have their address. So anybody, if I have your address, you're going on that list.
Okay, so you said half dozen, why?
Because it doesn't cost more.
Okay, I thought so, it just, did they ever ask you why a half dozen, or do they not?
Nobody never says anything. I've had,
I thought it was just, you were so specific on that.
I will, because
Big
they're not even huge cookies, but this already cost thousands of dollars. So I don't want it to be more than what it already is. I will double up if there's a couple,
Okay.
because I had a client call back and say, you gave me the cookies and I was your main point of contact, and my wife feels like, kind of left out. And
No.
okay, so now if you're a couple,
She ate the cookies and he was mad.
yeah. So now I just slap 2 in if it's a couple. Or if I fly, they might complain. Like, it's kind of case by case. But I'll say
I just started my business, and this Christmas I should do this.
You should give them something of value that they will enjoy. and give them a magnet for, I think the magnets help too, because the cookies, you don't eat them. You might keep the tin around for something for a while, but eventually that's getting thrown away. The calendar magnet though, hopefully makes it to the refrigerator and you're seeing it every single day. So you just need a reason to give them you don't want to just give them the magnet. You want to come with a gift and give it to them with that.
Gotcha.
So that
That makes sense.
it makes them want to retain it.
Makes sense.
That is the main plan of how my business runs. Most of my business comes from referral. Depending on if I'm in a growth stage, will depend on how much I do everything else. If you don't do anything else, come up with a plan like this. And you don't have to do a client appreciation event off the top. You don't have to start with that. You don't have to give expensive gifts. You just have to find a way to stay top of mind for your clients. Call them, and not the same thing. I wouldn't call them 8 times a year. It's too much. I wouldn't email you 8 times a month. It's too much. You have to have a good mix. So you stay in front of them in a way that's non-intrusive. I thought I was gonna say something. So pipeline builder it's the plan that I use to keep people engaged after I meet them, either from an open house, maybe from their internet lead, or referrals who I talk to, and they're like, yeah, but not right now. Okay, well, you're gonna get the same emails. They only get 2 calls a year because there's so many more of them in my database. They get invited to the client appreciation event, and they get invited to the community give back, which I usually piggyback off of somebody. If somebody else is giving out book bags, they're doing something, I'll piggyback off of their event and, give them a couple bucks. They throw my logo on it, and I can invite people out to it. VIP program. They also get everything. So this is for my business, you'd be a VIP. You have transacted over 500,000 in a year's time, or refer 2 or more clients that use us for real estate. Those clients don't have to have closed. You just have to have referred them to me. All right, man. So they get a personalized yearly gift. I can't. One guy I paid for his car to get detailed. One guy is really big on like home stuff. I paid the HVAC guy to go like do a tune up on his furnace. Like I just know you, and I know what you might like, and I'm going to get you something I think you will really enjoy at some point during the year. I flow these out. Like January, I'm gonna look and see who last year sent me to who qualifies for this, and I'm gonna figure out what to give them. And I'm gonna say, okay, well, this month I'm gonna do this person or these 2 or 3 people. This month I'm doing these 2 or 3 people. That way I'm not getting 20 cars detailed at once. And it's costing me thousands at once. I can spread the cost over the course of a year. Something we're starting this year that I have not figured out how to get done. For VIP clients with kids, we're doing Christmas letters from Santa. We're going to send them a letter from Santa Claus. Return address be the North Pole. I just don't know if it should be generic. If I need to talk to see what the kids want. I haven't figured that part out yet, but we're also doing that for VIP clients. Low cost, high impact. You can do something for somebody and they'll forget it, but if you do something for their kids, they'll never forget it. Last.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hit me.
Everything is the client priority plan. What is that?
That's the first one. That's the so the VIPs getting everything as far as happy holiday text message, cookies, birthday cards, like they're getting all of that plus the VIP stuff.
Okay,
Because they're already in that bucket as well. But
okay, gotcha.
because they're VIP, I'm doing a little bit extra for them over the course of the year.
I didn't realize you named the top one.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So this last one on the last page is a little different. I'm doing on time. Okay, I'm great. Last page is a little different because it depends. Everything is kind of, if you see at the end, it says each will have a separate smart plan for steps and to be sure to tag the people properly, because the way you communicate with them will be different. If it's a Facebook lead, you're going to deal with them a little different than open house lead. So the plan is going to look different, but the bones are the same. Instant text message. Obviously for open house, that's like the next day you get a text message. But an internet lead, you set up a smart plan to instantly send them a text message. You call them within 24 hours. They get a text message 3 days after. Thank you for inquiring or stopping by. I look forward to helping you with your home search. Should I email or text you? Or should I email or text you, or is calling better? Then 2 days after that, I'm emailing them.
Are you putting this in command? Are you putting on, or you just?
This goes in command. I'm transferring, I'm using something a little different now.
Okay, CRM,
but-
you put it in the CRM.
In CRM.
Okay.
I've used command, I'm transferring out of command now.
Okay.
And not for anything wrong with command, but that's what I've used all year. The text messages work great. It's very cheap. It's like $5 a month to set up these plans with the text messages.
For command,
Yep,
okay.
$5.32. Exactly. I think it's what I'm charged for Twilio. Then you can set up the text message, you can set up the email and all that. The only reason that BombBomb is the reason I'm not using commands because it embeds, I like the way it embeds the video
And
more.
you can't do that?
You can, I just don't, it doesn't look as, the look of it isn't as good, as BombBomb, in my opinion.
No, you can't embed that from BombBomb into command?
No, like BombBomb is its own whole
No,
thing.
because I was gonna say, because you can, like, for my newsletter, I'm embedded my newsletter stuff into command. I'm not using the command setup because it's clunky right now.
Right, well, I'm saying for the video, so
Well, I was wondering if you could do the same thing.
I don't, if you can, I don't know how. I mean, that's probably a Trevor question.
So there's a thing that he uses, it's called upload, what is that? Anyway, it's how you embed and you pay for it. It's a monthly thing and you can take your thing from Canva that you designed and put it in there.
Directly
and
into, oh.
it'll write code for you. You cut and paste that code and it sends it out.
Oh, no, I did not know that, because I know that natively command won't do it, and when you try to make it look, it'll kind of get clunky sometimes.
We did, no, yeah, that's why I don't do, like, I don't build the newsletter in there.
You go through upload.
I go upload that.
Yep. All right. Rob's here, so I gotta say good things about command. So after I send the email, then 2 more days after that, I call. This is 7 days after the initial contact, and I tell them I see some homes you might like. No matter what, where you looking. Hey, I seen some homes I really think you might like. Is it okay? I'll send you a list. We gonna check them out. Okay, what time works for you? I'm locking you into a time now to meet. I don't necessarily, I may not have any homes. I can go find some. I'm a realtor. It's my job. I'll find something good to look at for us to meet and go see. 10 days is a text message, just touching bases with you. Let us know if there's anything we can do, blah, 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 blah. So this is my new lead plan. However, if I get them from open house, if I get them from Google Ads, if I get them from Facebook, this is the plan I utilize to stay on top of them for the first week or so, first couple of weeks of them coming in. If at the end of 3 weeks, I haven't got anything from them, they haven't been responsive, I haven't been able to nail them down for an appointment, then they're gonna jump into got it from one of the KW people. It's like 6-question email.
Where do you get the question? What questions are, what do you ask?
The 6 questions?
Yeah.
I took it from like Jason Abrams. I have to see if I can go in here and figure it out. So I don't even know what they are. I just got them from somebody was teaching a Facebook lead class, and it was like 6 questions it asks, and I really liked it, so I just put it at the end of my plan. And then at the end of that plan, it dumps them into the pipeline builder that we just talked about, where they're getting the emails, a couple calls a year. I'm not engaging with them as much as I was during that plan, because okay, I didn't make that initial contact, but I'm not going to waste the lead either.
Right.
I'm not going to never talk to you again. I'm gonna call you 2 times a year. You're gonna get the 24 emails. You're gonna get an invitation to the client appreciation event. Now, I'm not going to spend as much as the thought. I'm not gonna send you postcards, not coming by to drop off cookies. I'm not going to incur a lot of cost, but I'm still going to do my best to stay top of mind, because these people in 6 months, their situation may change, right? So, and that's the plan. If you want to use Rob, in case you want to implement this in your business as well. Okay, so that's the gist of it. What specific questions do you have?
I
As
think
far
the
as-
people on Zoom, like, I need to.
Oh. Oh, did I do that? Okay, well, okay. So, do you guys have any specific questions about the sales funnels or how you didn't get one? Oh, well, I love you, James. I thought you just knew. Did anybody else not get the the sales funnel plan sheet? Oh,
The question,
yes.
do you do any type of texting? Like, do you have a text, app or something that you use to make it?
So it's automated. I use Twilio through Command. Yeah, it's a different phone number. It's not your phone number, right? It's a different phone number you pay. That's what I'm saying. It's $532 a month. And you can automatically set up the text messages to go out at certain times. The first one I set up instantly. That way, as soon as you get a lead, it automatically texts them to engage them. Any other questions, comments, or concerns about sales funnels, about how you can keep in touch with people, about how to build your sales funnels? I know I didn't do that good that we don't have any questions.
Oh, you were thorough.
Thorough. So your text that you send out, you said it's a different phone number.
Yes.
Does it say, hi, this is David Fisher, or does it say, you know?
This is David Fisher. This is David Fisher from Fisher Group. And this is where at the beginning it says you have to tag them properly because it depends on where they came from.
Yeah.
If they came from, say, Facebook lead, you just inquired about one of our properties that we advertise on Facebook, I would say that I could be of service to you.
So this is nobody you've talked to yet. This is just like that cold.
Yep.
So that's why they don't have your actual phone number.
Right, well, then because it doesn't set up like that to use your actual phone number. It actually is more convenient that way because it gives you a place for these things to live. Like it's not, for me, I get a lot of texts and emails, so I don't need even more going in that inbox. I can take an hour and sit down and say, okay, this person replied, I can respond to them. And you can dedicate and kind of time block for that part of your day to respond to these people. Because you can automate it, it's automatically, reaching out to them so that if you are on an appointment or if you are lead genning, you don't have to worry about missing out on the opportunity. Phil? Anything?
No, I thought that was pretty thorough.
Okay, what time do I have? Well, Rob, anything?
Obviously came in very late. It
Yeah.
says on this monthly themed emails and video, like clients get your videos.
Okay, so that's the question we had. So this is something I use for like the team. So there's like different acronyms that I probably should have deleted before I gave it to people. Everything about real estate. So that's the title on the top, is everything about real estate, and it might be discount points. What does that mean to you as a buyer, or title companies? What is, just different things about real estate that people don't know. And I make a short, less than a minute video about it, embed it in the email and send it out once a month.
So if you were starting today, knowing what you know.
Yes.
Building your database out, where would you start?
So, and I'm sure you've all heard it. I would start in my phone and start grabbing it from there. These people know you, they have a recognition of you. And remember, they're top of funnel, but you might find middle of the funnel people already in your phone, right? And because they already have a recognition of you and your brand, they're a lot more likely to hire you. Call them, introduce yourself. Same thing Cheryl said. I sent you a newsletter. Did you get it? How you doing? In the conversation we had earlier. What you doing for Christmas? You got any plans? Okay, well, I'm doing great, but I could always use another client if you know anybody. And there, right? Having that conversation this time of year, I think is very impactful. That's where I would start. And also the holiday drop by. A calendar and anything you can give to your database if you have the address, make it yourself. Yeah, that's what I meant. If I bake cookies and give them out to my people, I'm going out of business next year. Anything?
Actually, I did have a question. How can I get one of those cookies?
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can, as I don't have any with me. I just gave the last one, I guess, today, but I'm gonna bring some.
I heard a lot about it, so I'm just.
Okay, I'm gonna be in direct competition with Pete for best cookie in the office. Yeah, I spent like $1,500 on cookies, but it's a lot of them.
How many do you give away? How many
Like 200, it's a little over 200 people.
Okay.
You always get six.
Yeah.
You only get 6. You're only getting 6. So
Put it on here, six.
I mean, budgeting.
Yeah, right.
But it's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Even the time and the gas, but it has been the most impactful thing for my business is having that drop by. And I don't, the cookies are good, but I don't think it's the cookies that have made the change in the business. It's that sense of connection. Like you've thought enough about me to stop by and give me this, and law of reciprocity, right? Like now they feel like they have to support your business. So, but it still works in conjunction with everything else. I send out the did you know maintenance tip email. So you're getting that once a month. You're getting everything about real estate email once a month. You're talking to me once per quarter. I do everything that I can to stay top of mind for my clients, like Colgate and Crest.
Do you do 555?
No. What's a 555? I don't
He
know.
doesn't do a lot on social.
I don't do anything on social
And
media.
personal.
really?
Yeah, I have somebody. I have Jessica.
Oh, high five.
So Jessica, what's high five? Is that like this?
So.
What?
Because everything is on social, and there's so many people that are going away from social.
Let me clarify, he has a social media presence that he leverages out to someone else to manage. David himself is not very active on social media.
Gotcha, okay.
So he takes for his business, he has that managed for him, but his interaction with his clients does not happen on social media. It
Not through
happens in
me.
person.
Yeah.
He did, and I actually use him a lot in examples when I'm coaching agents. His ROI in his database, where if you see me draw out the lead gen circles, right, the target, your sphere of influence, it's a 6 to 10+% return. David averages 17% year over year on that. So it's because of the personal touch. So if you take David's business and put it side by someone who's all social media, theirs is closer to that 10%, where David's is 17, because he is getting face to face. We call it belly to belly.
Sure, yeah.
In-person meetings, and he's on the phone. He comes in, he lead generates every day, makes his calls, and then he's out of here.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, we don't overcomplicate it with his business.
Yeah.
He follows the model, right?
Yeah.
But I believe social media has complicated our business
It is.
because it's giving us an easy button, which isn't easy at all.
I think you get inundated. If you're on social media, you're getting all kind of ads. You're getting everybody's coming at you from 100 different angles. Whereas if you're getting the phone call from an agent who dropped off cookies and sent you a couple of emails this month, it's oh hey, how you doing? It's an actual warm feeling you get from it, and it's personable. And I don't think social media can replicate that. I mean, I don't know. If somebody does social media for me.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that you're wrong, and a lot of the things that I'm building right now is because of the fact that I went through my social to say, okay, who do I know?
Yeah.
And just because like I went to church with you and I know you, doesn't mean I have your phone number.
Right.
Okay, so now I sent you a letter, I sent you a message on Insta saying happy Thanksgiving. And they're like, happy Thanksgiving, I'm like, and I sent it out on Wednesday, I'm like, are you cooking tomorrow? So I'm like
Yeah.
doing this, and then hopefully, okay, give me your phone number, move it off social. So that's my plan,
Yeah.
is to move it off there, but this is where I'm starting, because
It's where you know the most people. Yeah.
that's what I have. So I like that you said that, but everybody I've been interacting with, like even, you know, I'm like looking at the 555, I'm like, I just talked to you yesterday, like, because I asked you how your Thanksgiving and we talked.
I will
You know what I
call.
mean? So to me, it's like.
I call people back to back like that too. So when I drop the holiday cookies off, sometimes I will come back to make my calls like, oh, I got to call this person again. I just seen him 2 days ago, and I'm still gonna call them.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you like the cookies? We're gonna
Yeah,
say something, or even
yeah.
if whatever the situation may be, even if they're an active client I'm working with, their name comes up, I don't skip. I'm
Okay.
going to call you,
Okay.
and we're going to talk about something. And because it has to be methodic. When you start skipping and you start saying, well, I just did this, it ends
Then
up.
you're
in this.
skipping.
Yeah, right.
No, I like it. Like,
Something
I
that might help you,
so.
Cheryl, is this year, I haven't even talked to Rob about this, so I was saving it for like our next meeting before I actually implemented it.
I get it.
I'm going to, once a quarter, I'm gonna do a giveaway to somebody in my database,
Okay.
right? I'm going to start running an ad throughout the year saying, hey, I haven't thought this all the way out.
Okay.
Saying, hey, become part of our community. This is what we give, keep you up to date on market trends, different real estate stuff. We have client appreciation events, holiday gifts, and you'll be entered in to win X gift card this day in April, and then this day in August, then this day in every 3 months do the
Okay.
giveaway. And that way I can grow. We just talked about funnel, right? I'm trying to get more top of funnel people to put into my database so that I can build my numbers up for 24,
And who are you
2024.
sending that to?
I'm just gonna run an ad. I'm just
Okay,
gonna run
so
a,
just like an ad.
this is just an
Okay,
ad.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm not those, for me, those Facebook ads, they're not giving me the quality of lead that I want. And I want to build relationships. So I'm going to put an ad out there to do that, to pull people in. I don't care if you're top of funnel and you don't buy or sell for the next 18 months. I just want to get you now so that when you're ready, you're not on
Sure.
Facebook or
No,
Zillow,
absolutely.
that I've already got you.
So what is that ad gonna say? You're gonna say you get,
Roughly, I don't know what it's gonna say yet,
I'm just,
but
I'm making you think.
roughly, I'm gonna say everything that I give you, everything that's in this client priority plan, you're gonna get emails, let you know what's going on in the market. You're gonna get a licensed realtor, always on call for you, and you're gonna get entered in to win a gift card
Oh,
at
that's
whatever,
great.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Maybe a
Yeah.
warranty
That's really
inspection
good.
in your house or.
Yeah, yeah, make it real estate related, but you have to make it something that everybody, because I don't want, because I'm top of funnel, right? And what do we say about top of funnel? You may not even have an awareness of.
Or they might not own a house.
Right, so
Yes.
you wanna make sure that you're getting, everybody would say, okay, I want that.
Right.
So,
Where are you gonna post your ad?
that ad will be on, I'm thinking a Facebook ad. I'm thinking I'm gonna run that on Facebook,
Alright.
like Facebook, Instagram,
Alright.
yeah.
A quick question for you.
Mhm.
So if someone is not very active on social media,
Mhm.
but wants to have a social media presence, so your brand is out there, you have some sort of connection, is there one platform that you think would be?
I'm not the person to ask that to, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna even lie and pretend. I don't do enough on social media for me to say
I don't
what
either.
platform, yeah, I don't.
Anybody
Yeah,
else here?
There's no right or wrong answer, but I would go to where you can easily now upload and find your contacts on these platforms. So I would start there. How many people is Instagram telling you that you know? How many is Facebook telling you know? And then start where the majority is and start building it that way. And then naturally go to the next one and the next one and the next one. So for example, I wouldn't start on TikTok, right? If I've got 1,000 people on Instagram who I'm connected with, right? Start Instagram, develop that, and then naturally you'll start to find which next one you wanna go to.
that was a great answer. Happy you were here.
Every once in a while.
Okay, any other questions? Thoughts?
So you said that you have someone manage your social media, is that the group?
Yeah, Advantage Services at the end of the hall, they post and interact with people and run the ads, like they do all the social media stuff. I don't like it takes attention away from everything else. If I'm sitting playing with Facebook or sitting playing with Instagram, I'm not doing something else. And you can get on Instagram or Facebook with the intention of doing work, and then you get sucked into thousands of.
Shiny objects.
Yeah, so it's not worth it for me. I'm gonna do what I know works and just stick with that and let somebody else that knows how to work social media.
On your VIP program, you have to transact over 500,000.
Yes,
How did you land on that number?
because for me, that's usually 2 transactions. I wanted to say 2, but there's a lot of investors who I don't want on it, so that's the thought of that. Because my average price point like 220 to 250, so if you bought and sold, then, I'm you just made a big move, and the thing is like when you are going to buy a red Dodge, all you see is red Dodges. When somebody just bought and sold a house, it's very likely they know other people that are looking to buy and sell. So I want to give them a little extra so that perhaps I can bring those people they're talking to my way. So that's how I came up with it. There was no real science behind
So
it.
then, so with this, since it's for clients who transacted that or obviously referred to or more.
Yeah.
So if they're not referring, they've done 500,000 transactions, they're on the list.
Yeah.
Now they don't buy or sell again,
Right,
so then they come off the list. So this is like
every year.
a high turnover list for you.
Yes.
So you're hitting a lot of people each year.
Here, there are different people with it. So,
Yeah.
and something we talked about, and now I'm letting them know why. I used to just do it, and you'd be like, oh, thanks. Now I'm letting you know, this is why I did this. And I'm gonna get more specific. it's easier, the only way I can track it easily is to look at my deals and then I have every deal has a value, right? And I can look and see who transacted that much. It just makes it easier to kind of figure it out that way than to go through every single contact and did he buy 2 houses? Did they buy 2 houses? It's just easier to.
And then my next question was, do they know they're on the list?
Yeah, they do now, they didn't before.
Right.
And I think that encourages the behavior, so.
Yeah,
They
they
Yeah.
said, oh, thank you, but now you tell them why, like,
Yeah.
oh, is that why? Oh,
Yeah, like,
okay.
don't be surprised if next year you don't get
Let's
this.
be motivated to do.
Right, you're a lot more motivated to do it if you're like, oh, Dave sent somebody over to come detail my car because I referred him 2 people. So now, okay, if I find 2 people, I'm gonna get my car detailed again next year. So,
Oh,
Sharon
that's a
does
good
fast,
one.
'cause she does it where they have to refer more than 2 people, I think. I don't know, I don't remember. She didn't say exactly, but she did it.
I mean, and again, this is just what I do. Put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
Whether it's the theme of the emails, the amount of transactions. All I say, the only thing I like is that you've come here and that you leave here and you start your 2024 plan. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be this big thing. Just start something. When I started, it was just 2 emails a month. Didn't even have a theme. Just email something every month, twice, and calling 4 times a year. I mean, that was it. And it just gradually grew into what I have now.
I like the maintenance. I'm gonna add that to my newsletter because I have other things on there that everybody's like, yeah, I wanna know that.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
surprised. People want this. I use this on door knocking a lot. People have a good dentist, you have a good doctor. Do you have a good realtor? Like, you need a good realtor. It's nice to, if you have these other professionals, you want this professional in your life because you never know when you're gonna need them, so. All right, well, I will let you guys go. And we actually did the whole hour. This is like the first time I've did an entire hour at last.
Thank you, David.
Good stuff. Dave.
Yeah, thank you.
That's your first round of applause ever, like.
Oh.